Hi, welcome back to Eddie's Kitchen. Today, I would like to introduce a recipe that many people will be delighted with. It is pickled radish, DanMuJi in Korean, which is a necessary ingredient for kimbap. In its name, Dan means sweetened and muji means pickled radish. So as the name implies, this radish is sweet, sour, and savory like pickles. I tried to make two different ways. One is using saffron and the other is using turmeric to color it. Prepare one daikon radish. Pick the straightest one that you can find. That will make it easier to cut the radish into long strips. Peel the radish. Measure the length of the radish with a sheet of dried laver and cut the length of the radish to be just a little longer than the dried laver. Cut the radish into a half-inch thickness carefully. Cut it 3 times more in the same way to make 5 pieces of radish. Then cut each radish into 4 strips. Cut the rest of the radish pieces to make 20 radish strips total. Slice the leftover radish into thin round shapes. The shape is used when making the side dish to eat with jjajangmyeon, which is black bean paste noodles. Place the radish pieces in a large square glass container. Sprinkle 2 teaspoons of salt on top of the radish and mix it. Now I will make the broth to pickle the radish. Pour 3 cups of water into a pot. Then add 6 tablespoons of Korean apple vinegar, 1 1/4 cups of sugar, and half tablespoon of salt. Stir it until all the sugar has melted. Saffron is thought to be healthy, but it does not have a strong taste or aroma. When saffron is used for cooking, it gives a pretty yellow color to the food, so it can be used as a natural pigment. The problem is, as you can see, this small amount of saffron is almost $3, which is expensive. I highly recommend the saffron for this recipe. However, if saffron is difficult to obtain or is too expensive, you can replace it with yellow food coloring, or you can just keep adding it for a colorless radish. After the sugar has melted, add half teaspoon of saffron. Once it starts to boil it for about 10 minutes on high. Can you see the pretty yellow color? I love it. Another option is to make it with turmeric. Turmeric is the main ingredient of curry. A lot of research has shown that it has many health benefits. It is much cheaper than saffron. The color of turmeric gives a much darker yellow color than the saffron, although it is a little brownish. Turmeric has a unique strong flavor and taste, but isn't that noticeable when eating it in kimbap. All the ingredients except turmeric are the same as the saffron radish, so after sugar is melted, add 1 teaspoon of turmeric. When the water begins to boil it for 10 minutes. After 10 minutes, turn off the stove and immediately pour the boiling water over the salted radish. This is for the saffron pickled radish. And this is for the turmeric pickled radish. Let it cool and then cover it. Occasionally turn over the radish pieces so that they color evenly. Refrigerate it for a week. It's a week later. It seems to be pickled and nicely colored. When I ate it just by itself, I thought the turmeric version would not be good for kimbap because of the strong flavor of the turmeric. After I made the kimbap with it, surprisingly the strong taste was hidden by the other ingredients. It was much more delicious than I thought it would be. The saffron radish was also very surprising because it was almost the same color and taste as the plain radish that you'd buy in the store. So the conclusion is that my number 1 choice is the saffron version, but I recommend the turmeric version too. Some kimbap lovers like me hesitate to eat it because of the cancer-causing artificial sweetener found in most DanMuJi. Some people cannot easily buy any as well. So this homemade DanMuJi can be the best solution. I hope you try it someday and share your experience with us. Thank you for watching. See you soon again. Bye.